What is going on, guys? Antonio here from Today Visual Art, and here are three reasons that I believe that hiring the right photographer, the right professional, can be the difference between you having excellent memories of your wedding versus you having not so good memories of your wedding. Okay, number one, I would say investing in the wrong, making the wrong investment. For example, spending too much money on the food, too much money on drinks, too much money on the location, too much money on all the other stuff. Okay, and then even though it was amazing, but research have shown that most people will not remember how the food tasted 20 years down the road. Most people will not going to remember all the effort, money, and resources that you put into the beautiful flowers and decor at your wedding. Most people are probably not going to remember the location, the name of the venue that you selected, the location. They may remember how it looks from their limited memory, but most people will not remember the name of the location, the venue. All they're going to remember is, was it good or bad? People only remember good or bad. Okay, so most people are not going to remember that. So if we invest so much money on things that people are not going to remember and very little on the things that people actually are going to remember, which is beautiful photos, beautiful videos, and we're doing a disservice to ourselves. I know at least 5 couples who had to redo their wedding because they made the wrong investment and gave and trusted their brother, sister, uncle, cousin, nephew, co-worker with a nice camera to capture their wedding. Just because someone has a nice camera doesn't necessarily mean they know what they're doing. If somebody gives me a guitar and plays the guitar in my hands and I'm making noise, I still don't know what I'm doing because I am not a trained and experienced guitarist, or I don't really know. I maybe know how to play one song, but that's about it. Okay, everything else, I'm gonna be flopping really bad. So making the wrong investment can determine if we are going to be satisfied with, memories of our wedding or not. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is, I just mentioned it a little bit there, is to trust our brother, sister, cousin, uncle, nephew, co-worker with a nice camera to capture our wedding. When our brother, sister, uncle, cousin, nephew, co-workers may not be trained, they may not have been industry tested. After so many weddings, I'm not saying that in the beginning I wasn't good. I was horrible in the beginning, and that's for any photographer. In the beginning, we're not that good, and therefore our prices reflect the services of someone who is not that good, which is sometimes free or close to free. Okay, that's the result that we can deliver. But as photographers become good at their craft, of course, price will increase. Last year price are not going to be this year price, and that's because this year price, people have improved, they have made mistakes, they have learned from their mistake, they improve. So as a novice photographer, they may miss the first kiss. They may, because they were funneling with the settings on their camera. They may miss the ring exchange. There's a lot of things that may miss. But as a seasoned and trained and tested photographer, we don't miss those moments because we have seen so many of them. We have shot so many of them. We can even anticipate these moments and make sure we don't miss them. So as a brother, sister, uncle, cousin with a nice camera, they may miss that, and we just have to be okay with that because that's the result of our investment. Seasoned, experienced photographer, not gonna miss anything. That's number two. Number three and last point, the day of the wedding, we have the ring bearer who's probably 3 to 10 years old, maybe 12, depending on the wedding. They're kids, they're teenagers. The flower lady, the flower girl, may be very young. 20, 30 years from now, they're going to be adult. And I'm sure they're going to enjoy, or you're going to enjoy, watching the changes that they went through, watching them go from a kid to now an adult. They were at your wedding, and there's a lot to be appreciative for. There's a lot to be grateful for. This kid who actually carried your ring, the flower girl who delivered the flowers on your walkway. These are things to be grateful. However, if we're dealing with brother, sister, uncle, cousin, nephew, co-worker with the camera, or a novice one, some of this moment may be missed, or we may have some horrendous photos and video that we really don't want to even watch again. Okay, I know people who don't watch their wedding video because it was that bad. Okay, and that's just because that is the amount that they felt videography was worth. They didn't invest much, so we get what we put in. Okay, I learned this about maybe few years ago, that $1 million uh, memory needs to have $1 million investment. Okay, and if videography, professional videography and photography is not that important, or we cannot afford it, there are many ways to actually make it happen. Okay, I know there are photographers who have a payment plan. You can ask the photographer, work with the photographer, be flexible, understand that has to be a win-win situation where they're giving you the memory of a lifetime that you're purchasing pretty much, and you're giving them a sign of appreciation of monetary value. Okay, so the last thing will be being able to capture those moments beautifully. Okay, because 20, 30 years from now, grandma who barely could make it at your wedding, or maybe who was at your wedding and you appreciate that so much, may or may not be here 20, 30, 40 years down the road, and having beautiful images of them means so much. Okay, means so much. So those were the three main reasons to hire a professional versus someone with a nice camera. Let me know in the comment section below. And remember, if you like to work with me, comment the word engagement to win an engagement shoot with me. If you like my work, we can end up working together. If you are engaged and planning your wedding, comment the word guide, and I will send you a copy of my wedding guide for 2025. On that note, stay blessed, and we'll see you on the wedding day. Peace out, guys.